Black men have been fighting against racism for centuries. But if we're being honest, what's stopping us today? What's really keeping us from thriving, from leading, from building strong black families? It's not Jim Crow. It's not the KKK. It's not even systematic racism that we're being taught to see. It's the family court system. It's child support. It's divorce. It's a culture that teaches black women to see black men as disposable. And before you get mad, let's break it down. Child support and custody, the modern slavery. Black men are the most involved fathers of any race. That's a fact. We show up. We take care of our kids when we can. But what happens when the system steps in? They don't give us custody. They don't split parenting time fairly. They don't ask what's best for the child. They ask how much can we make him pay. Child support isn't about the child, it's about control. If a black man falls behind, they take his license, they take his passport, they throw him in jail. Meanwhile, deadbeat mothers face zero accountability. How does this help our children? How does that help the black community? And let's not forget, black women initiate these cases 70 to 80% of the time. It's them putting us in the system, not racism, not white supremacy, them. Let's talk about marriage. For black men, marriage is the biggest financial risk we could take. Why? Because 80% of divorces are filed by women. And when a woman leaves, she takes half of everything. That means half your paycheck, half your retirement, child support for your own kids, alimony so she can live comfortably while you rebuild from nothing. You could spend decades working hard only to wake up one day and find out you've lost everything because she got bored. Is that racism? Or is that a broken system designed to punish men for committing to their families? Once upon a time, black women stood by their men. We built together. We survived oppression together. Now they've been taught that independence is more valuable than family. Feminism told black women, you don't need a man. A career is more important than your husband. If you get divorced, you win. And then the government stepped in. Welfare paid them to kick black men out of the house. The media told them that men are the enemy, and they believed it. Instead of seeing us as partners, they see us as oppressors. Instead of supporting black men, they compete with us. Instead of working with us, they fight us. And we wonder why black families are broken. Who's really hurting black men? Ask yourself this. Who is making life harder for black men today? A white man in a Klan robe or a judge in a family court? Yeah, racism exists, no doubt about that. But is it what's stopping us from building wealth, from raising our kids, from leading strong families? Or is it a system designed to strip us of our power and a culture that celebrates it? It's time to have a real conversation.
Glad to have you back. Welcome to episode 22. I know this is my last video that I posted, which was about blacks falling to fourth in population. Drew some nice conversation. And I hope this one is going to draw some good conversation because I think this is a topic that must be discussed. And I think once you see once you read the title, you're definitely gonna want to know what I'm trying to say. And this is in no way blaming or trying to degrade. Well, I will blame. Let me take that back. I will blame. I'm gonna blame the Democratic Party, and I'm gonna blame these extreme feminist groups. So let me explain what I'm trying to say. This conversation is about the division between black men and black women. Okay. And it's been happening for a while. The conversation has been real. A lot of people, both men and women, have had this discussion about this division and the way black women are treating black men. And you have to go back to the Great Society welfare program, which promised progress for many black families, but instead it incentivized single parent homes, and which to me was more than just a policy shift. It chipped away at the structure of black families, and that wound continues on today because right now you have what is it, 76, 77%, from 72 to 77% of single family homes, especially for black for the blacks, and that is hurting. It's not getting any better. So when I see people tell me that, oh, black growth and this and that, no, we're hurting right now. So the Great Society, which with Lyndon B. Johnson, was not a smart move, and I think that Martin Luther King and others sold us down the river. I'm not trying to destroy Martin Luther King's legacy. He did a lot so that blacks can have more equality. However, some of the things that he supported, which, like I said, Martin Luther King was a Marxist. Some of the things he supported, I don't think he looked at the bigger picture when it came to what's going to happen with blacks in the future if we follow certain programs. The Great Society welfare program was one that really helped destroy black families. Um, I also want to talk about extreme feminist groups. So they said, when the women when women were out and they were saying we want the rights and so forth. When the Civil Rights Act passed, black women, the extreme feminist group felt that black women needed liberation from black men. So, so that movement gained a lot of steam. I mean, it really gained a lot of steam. Um, However, as black women started fighting to be equal in the workforce and in other things, it left the black men behind. Think about it. Go online and see if you could find a scholarship program for black women. You'll see tons. A list goes on and on. And then go on and see if you can find a scholarship program for black men. You don't see much. And most of it, if you even try to go into it, it's very hard. So I I I fought them because they really sold a bag of goods to black women, and when they opened the bag, those goods were worthless because what it did was it did strengthen the black women, but now black women don't have that support from black men because black men are failing in every metric. Blacks in general, but black men are in the worst shape ever. Okay, and that's why I always say if black men don't get their act together, we're going to be left behind. The last thing I want to say, which I fault Democrats for, is the 1994 crime bill. So a whole generation of black men disappeared, and they disappeared into the prison system. And while I could say they sat in cells, the world kept spinning, and it felt like the love that once was there for black men, and especially black men in their community, went away. And so now when people like me and others and you see TV and so forth talk about the black man and the struggles, we look more like we when you see black men, you think of them as criminals, um, thieves, things like that, and we don't look at them like scholars, educators, things like that, because we have society right now, the liberal policies. These aren't even conservatives. This isn't the white man. This isn't oppression. This isn't systemic racism. This is black people not banding together. Black women help to to destroy black men's growth. They've helped to destroy it, because when they sided with extreme feminist group and allow the Great Society Welfare Program to take over and basically be the father for their kids, it was over with for black men. And if black women don't stop feeling like, um, I guess, stop feeling like they're holding black families together. They have this feeling like, they're tired of holding it all together. Like, um, they're the ones that you remember during the campaign. Oh, as black women, we gotta save America. They didn't save America with anything. I don't even know where that came from. But black women are now saying that they saved America, and they're saying that they have to hold everything together. This is why they have this certain feeling with black men, because they're the ones holding it together. But once again, if you go back in history, you'll see why black men who once was here now fallen there, because we have destroyed the hierarchy. And especially in the black family, the hierarchy, the man, woman, children, is changed. It's now the woman, the children, and then you have the man. Because a black woman will put a man in jail. She will put him on child support, knowing that he's going through the struggles. That black man will lose his license, passport, whatever it is. And then once he loses that, he will then go through serious struggles, because it's hard to get it back. And they'll put him in jail, because that's the way the system goes. And that's part of the welfare reform, thanks to Democrats. Bill Clinton signed into law, whereby like women in general, but women can now say, I need help. And then the government can say, well, where's the father? So that they can go and get him and force them to go on child support, instead of reaching through some mediator or working something out. Child support is a deterrence from men stepping up and being fathers. I'm one of them, and I had to learn the hard way, but I always want to be father to my kids. It's that the system is not designed to help. It's helping one, but destroying the other. And there's no balance. So I think that black women have to really stop putting down black men for them to get that upper hand, to be that successful. Because as they're doing it, they're really helping to push the black population forth in place. Or basically push the population down to fourth. And if we don't, like I said, if we don't get a hold of it, we're going to be in some serious trouble. So, black women, please listen to a couple of these other people and what they have to say.
Since this is relevant, I'm going to talk about it. Between the who gonna be the boys and the shit that's going on in Houston, we got a lot to unpack here. This is a part of a greater agenda to destroy the black man. Listen up. The strategy to destroy the black man: effeminize, emasculate, shame, repeat. To effeminize a black man, you take actions, traits, and characteristics and attach it to femininity. So if a black man portrays any of this, they attach it to him either being DL or, being outwardly gay or just straight up feminine. The reason why they do this is to easier back black men in the corner to a certain amount of actions, traits, and characteristics that they can only display. If they display anything outside of that, it's automatically feminine, it's automatically DL, you're automatically gay. Now, when they're emasculating you, they would take any and every attempt to say that you are not a man. That is their goal, to make you believe that you're not a man. They want to logically and mentally and spiritually make you believe that you're not a man if you don't do this and if you don't do that and if you don't conform to what they believe in what a man should be. And lastly is shame. They have to shame you. If they don't shame you, none of the other two steps is going to work. Because once you're, as a man, you're naturally going to want to fight back against these things. But if they keep shaming you and they keep shaming you and they keep shaming you, eventually you'll break. Lastly, they have to repeat the process. Some men just don't break easily. The reason why some men don't break easily is because they have things to support themselves. If you're a man with money, if you know, have your own situation, you have your own business, it makes it harder for them to break you because you have these things that you don't exactly need from them. You know what I mean? So if you could take care of yourself and you're in a situation where you're just good, it's hard for them to break you because you don't need them. You know, you don't need to listen to them. But if you're a dude, you broke as fuck, or you in a situation where you absolutely have to depend on a woman, they're gonna fuck you up, bro. On that note, bro, fellas, y'all just gotta stay strong, man. It's a movement out here targeting us. It's an agenda out here that's trying to see to your destruction, bro. You gotta stay strong, bro. Keep making money. Go to school if you gotta go to school. Keep trying for that business, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro, just to keep your mental and keep your heart strong, bro.
Black men are some of the most undervalued, disrespected men of our time. Not only do they have to deal with racial profiling, they have to live and work in a system that was created for them to fail. They're constantly being demasculated by their size or how much money they make. And it's done to them by the women of their own culture. We're the only women that will publicly humiliate a man based on the size of his anatomy and his finances. Only 15% of Americans are making over $100,000 a year. If you meet a man that's not physically or mentally abusive and has beat the system, he's already successful. If you feel like that you're lowering your standards based on how much a man makes, then you just don't need a man.
So it's not just black men complaining and even black women complaining on how black women are treating black men. You have women complaining about black men and why they're not putting up with it. But I want you to hear what some of them say, because remember earlier I said black women are the breadwinner. They have this thing whereby they're looking for men that's making six figures. They're not making six figures. They're probably not even close, but they want that man to have six figures, have a house already, cars, everything, so that they can just ease their way right into that, you know, because they don't want to be with somebody and help build them up. That's how it was during Jim Crow. Black women would support their black men and would help lift them up so that they can accomplish something, which it's proven during Jim Crow that they accomplished a lot. In today's time, because we're so used to the handouts and having our hands out and gimme, and we want the easy way in life, black women are looking for men that's practically in six figures. You gotta be rich or something. That's why you see a lot of black women marrying very rich white men. They're not marrying poor white men, they're marrying rich white men. Now, here's the other funny part. Most of the time, white women do the same thing. They look for rich men. And that's true. But if you ever notice, there's a lot of white women that will be with a black man who's not doing so well. And they'll be by their side. I've seen many of it. And I'm not saying that black women don't do that too. But what I'm saying is that in today's time, since black men are the poorest, you don't see a lot of support from black women. They'll talk a lot on TV and everything, but when it comes to the real deal, black women really are not there for black men at this moment. And they've been pushing black men away from them since people like Nikki Giovanni and them told black women to just get pregnant and have that baby, get a nice strong looking man and just have a baby, and the hell with the man himself. Well, you know, Nikki Giovanni's a lesbian. I don't even know how she became a feminist, telling women how to empower themselves, but yet, you know, she wants to be with women, and pushing black women away from black men. So, but I want you to listen to some of what some women are saying about black men.
The reason why black men do so much to degrade black women is because black women are finally no longer putting up with their BS. For long periods of time, the misogyny has allowed men to be whoever they wanted to be, do whatever they wanted to do, have all of this control and overpower the women, because women did not have as much power. And the men could be who they wanted to be. They didn't have to grow. They didn't have to take accountability. They can do what they wanted, and they wanted to basically eat their cake and have it too. But now that women are waking up and they're having more power, they're not as codependent on black men anymore, because really the black women are the breadwinners now. It's requiring the men to actually put in the work on themselves, which they don't want to do. So because black women don't want to deal with them anymore and they have to deal with themselves, they're projecting all of that self-hatred onto women. It's like if black men just deal with themselves, they wouldn't be having this problem.
Every time you see a black man tell you he don't like black women, and anytime the conversation they're talking about preference, and they don't even need to be about black women, and he randomly always brings up that he don't like black women, that's a black man that wishes he could be with a black woman. Fight your mom, and I really mean that. A lot of black men hate the fact that they're not good enough for black women. A lot of black men hate the fact that they're not good enough for black women. They go for all the other races because they feel like those races are going to give them leeway because of slavery, racism. They're always going to make excuses for their behavior and coddle them. Black women don't coddle. Black women do not coddle, because the same shit that motherfucker went through, black women got it times 10. You know, and all this racist shit and everything that's been going on, you know who's never had anybody fucking stand up for her and had to do it? Black women. Black men had black women fighting for them. Every time you see a black man that tells you he don't fuck with black women, it's because he really likes black women, but he knows he's not qualified, he's not good enough, and he cannot live up to what a black woman deserves.
So I don't even know what that last one was talking about. She was all over the place, so it's, I don't even know how to say this, but like I said, black women has helped to basically destroy the strength of black men. Black women have basically turned their backs on black men. And then when black men date white women or date outside their race, black women have a lot to say. So the only thing I have to say to black women right now is, if you say that your strength, your grace, and your voice have always carried the community, then please show your support and believe in black men. 'Cause I guess they have the power to help us rise. Black women have the power to help black men rise in ways the world never expected. I don't think us black men need perfection. We need partnership. And I guess when we stand together with love, with truth, and with purpose, nothing can hold us back. And we can achieve anything. So all I can say is that black women, please show more support. Believe in black men, because right now I feel like black women have turned their backs on black men, and black men are falling more and more. Don't take black men to court just for child support, just so you can get more money. Work with him so that way he can be a part of that child's life, and both of y'all could be parents towards your kids. He can have a driver's license, whatever. He doesn't have to be handicapped, while the black woman is just getting everything. Being that breadwinner, the hierarchy, the woman, the children, and then the man. It doesn't work that way. And this is why we are failing in every metric. Over 80% of blacks, black children can't read or do math at grade level, we are failing. And so we need to step back. We need to look at our surroundings, and then we need to adjust, because if we don't, we might as well just give it up and just let everybody else beat us all the time. Okay, so I'm excited about this. I'm glad I got a chance to talk about this, and hopefully I'll have a video ready with something that we can talk about. Okay, but please remember, like, subscribe, and share this video. Leave a comment. I'll definitely respond back. And if you need to reach me personally or anything, you can reach me at themarkperspective@gmail.com. I will respond back. But please like, subscribe, share this video, and please leave a comment, and I will get back to you. This is me signing off. Peace.